Can you keep a secret? Hi, I'm Caitlin V, your sex and relationship coach, and today I am going to spill the beans. Guys, do you ever wonder if there are things she isn't telling you? Don't answer that. I know that you do. You probably wonder what things she's keeping from you. Maybe she's afraid to say them, or she just doesn't know how to put it into words. Well, you're right. Spoiler, she is. She is absolutely keeping stuff from you, and you might be wondering if knowing those little feminine secrets of hers may be the key to taking your relationship and your sex life to the next level. Today, I'm going to bring you into the loop, so make sure that you watch until the end, because this video is going to pull the wool from over your eyes, gentlemen, because I've rounded off 10 secrets that women keep from men, and some of these are going to surprise the pants off of you. Now, if you've taken my course, She Comes Too, then you already know the secrets to giving a woman the ultimate, mind-boggling, earth-shattering orgasms in the bedroom. But today, we're gonna talk about a different kind of secret. In fact, we're gonna talk about all kinds of different secrets that we women keep for ourselves. And by the end of this video, you will never see us in the same way again. Number one, our locker room talk is dirtier than yours. Women are communicators. And part of the reason for this is that we use talking to process how we feel and what we think about any given situation. Plus, we love to get our girlfriends' insight. And that means that pretty much every time we get laid, our closest friends are going to hear about it in great and gory detail. So that bartender that you went home with on Saturday night, you bet your ass her friends know every little thing about your hot and heavy encounter. They know about the lead up, the conversation, maybe whether you open the door for her on your way out. They know about how you kiss and how you smell, what your apartment looks like, and yes, they do know what your dick looks like. When women talk about sex, we dive into it. The good, the great, the bad, and the ugly. Number two, we get bored in bed faster than men. That is 100% scientific fact. If we are sleeping with the same partner in the same way for a little while, chances are we are starting to get bored. Women and women's brains need novelty in the bedroom. We need to be surprised. We need to be trying new things. We actually need it a lot more than men do in order to continue to reach the same heights of pleasure and satisfaction. So if you've been laying the pipe the same way over and over, chances are that she's getting bored and she's probably just too afraid to tell you. Hey, even if the sex is fantastic, doing the same thing over and over and over again, it's like eating the same delicious meal over and over and over again, like being trapped inside of Groundhog's Day. And to your credit, men, you are really good at learning something that works and then applying it over and over and over again. So that thing that you did with your tongue that one time and she went crazy for it, your instinct would probably be to do that same thing every single time because you know that she likes it. And logically, that makes sense. But women are different. And if things get repetitive and our bodies start to get used to that sensation, we get bored. Not to mention that women's bodies change all the time. That is like the nature of the female body, is that it is changing, which means that you also must change your style and your technique every single time you make love to this woman. So be sure to try new things, spice it up on a regular basis. This YouTube channel right here is filled with great ideas. If you're not already subscribed, take a second to do so right now. Number three, we are afraid of hurting your ego. Hopefully this is not a big surprise to you because this is a huge reason that women keep secrets from men. We're afraid of hurting you, especially because some of y'all get violent when your feelings are hurt, and don't say you don't. One of my most interesting learnings from having the opportunity to work with so many men over the last several years is that men are really emotional. Men are probably as emotional as women, but they don't get the same permission as women to express their emotions, and they actually don't have the same skill at naming their emotions. Most men are good at naming about 3 emotions: angry, sad, frustrated. And anything beyond that, it's a little bit more difficult for them to get into the specifics. Or for you, it might be that you know when you're hungry, but you have a harder time knowing when you're grieving. And it's not unusual for men to not have that nuanced ability to describe exactly what's going on inside, emotionally, physically, etc. So women actually are emotional, but so are men. And the truth is that men are not taught how to deal with their emotions in the same way that women women are. And men sometimes get violent, and men sometimes act recklessly, and sometimes men act out emotionally while at the same time screaming, "You're not being logical!" Well, they're the ones having the emotional breakdown. I am sharing this with you not because I want to make fun of you or make you feel bad. I love men. This whole channel is really about helping men get better at sex. And y'all can be really scary because you don't know what's going on inside. And unfortunately, women get killed when men can't deal with their emotions. Domestic violence happens when men don't know how to deal with their emotions. And so, especially when it comes to sex, women know that nothing kills the mood faster than when we get you in your head, when we tell you something that makes you insecure or make you feel like you aren't cutting it between the sheets. This actually stops us from having conversations that we really want to have with you. So as a man, if you really want to know what's going on, it is important to open the door to that kind of communication by making it clear that you can handle it, making it clear that you are comfortable with yourself. Your ego will not be hurt if she tells you what she wants or what isn't working for her. And on the flip side, if your ego does get hurt, take yourself out of the conversation and give yourself time to cool down before you say something or do something rash. You can even take the lead and start this conversation, signaling to her that you are not afraid and that you're coming from a place of wanting to learn and grow. And that is sexy. Number 4, she wants to fully let go. When it comes to sex, oftentimes women really don't want to be in the driver's seat. We want to be taken on an adventure. The best sex for us is when we can fully surrender to the moment and totally get out of our heads. But sometimes it's hard for us to receive that kind of pleasure. Now, as with all of these tips, I'm not talking about every single woman. Women are an enormous category. And there are going to be some women who really do like to be in the driver's seat when they're having sex. But majority of us, we have a harder time letting go. And we have a lot riding on us. We're supposed to be kind of sexy, but also kind of demure. And we're supposed to be like cute and coquettish, but also like freaks in the sheets. It's a lot. So in order for us to really let go, we actually are looking to you to be safe and generous. We're looking for a partner who will put in the effort to be in tune with our bodies and needs, someone who isn't afraid to ask until he knows what we need, and then he can deliver that so that we can let go and fully enjoy the ride. Number 5, it's hard for us to receive oral sex. It's no secret that oral sex feels amazing. The first time that my high school boyfriend went down on me, I thought, oh my God, this is better than cake. And cake is good. Cake is really good, but it is really hard for a lot of women to receive it. Even at that time, I was not open to allowing him to go down on me, and I hear it all the time from women. A lot of us have been put under so much pressure when it comes to receiving oral sex. We put pressure on ourselves to orgasm in the appropriate amount of time. We wonder if we're taking too long. We wonder if we smell and taste okay because we've been sold all of these lies that vulvas and vaginas taste funny. Which if they taste funny, that means that there could be an STI or an STD and there's nothing wrong with that. You just got to get it checked out. This is a vicious cycle, my friends. It is vicious because we are already trying to come and we're focusing so hard on coming before we reach an imaginary timer that goes off that we actually cannot orgasm. And then we're just looking at you down there wondering when you're going to stop. Can we just all agree to cut this shit out right now? Here's how you do it. Help us by affirming that you are enjoying it too. Say things like, take your time. I'm in no rush. I could do this forever. Your vulva is beautiful. I love the pink fold. I love how she smells. She tastes like Fruit Loops. Say things that are true and designed to make us feel comfortable and relax, encourage us to take our time, tell us that you're having a great time. We will probably orgasm much faster anyway, and it will be like bigger and better. Number 6, big penises intimidate us. Okay, Kat is out of the bag. Many women fantasize about big schlongs for one night stands, but when it comes to an actual relationship, we are not looking for what you see in porn. I repeat, you, me, her over there, her over there. We are not looking for giant cocks to have sex with on a regular basis. We're just not. If you could see the size of the sex toys in our bedroom drawers, you would see that they're not enormous dicks. We are not looking for a dick that could club a baby seal. In fact, that intimidates us. You have to consider, that is gonna go inside of our body, our mouth, our vagina. We are gonna have to stretch and make space for that. Now, I'm not saying that there's not size queens out there. There absolutely are women who would prefer giant, enormous hog leg dicks. That is their preference, but the average woman is looking for an average size penis. Think about a huge dick as if it was, say, a Ferris wheel. It's fun to ride when the carnival is in town, but we are not trying to get on one every single day. Now, if you have a big, massive eggplant right now, I don't want to shame you. This definitely does not mean that you have anything to worry about, but I'm saying it's not as big of a priority as you have been led to believe. At the end of the day, it really is about how you use it. And great sex has very little to do with the size of your penis, so whatever you are packing is perfect. Number 7. She wants to experiment, but is afraid to tell you. Now, this one is big, especially when it comes to sex toys. Men, your bodies are amazing. The feel of your tongue on our clitoris, a finger or two slowly entering the vagina, bliss. But here's the thing, as amazing as your bodies are, they can't vibrate. And vibrating feels really, really good for us. So bringing a vibrator into the bedroom is one of the most guaranteed ways for a woman to orgasm. And many, many women would love to feel a vibrator against her clitoris while you're penetrating her, but she's afraid to ask for it. And she might be actually hoping that you'll be the one to bring it up. But why is she afraid to ask? Well, because we don't want to make you feel like you're not enough. You are enough. We know that you are enough. We know that that little battery-operated device in the drawer specifically designed for our pleasure could never replace you in a million years. We just know that it's going to also take things up a notch. So please ask us, ask your partner, ask your woman, do you want to bring a toy in the bedroom, and give her a thumbs up. And if you're feeling a little bit self-conscious about it, approach it as an opportunity to explore and discover. Number 8, we get in our heads too. We're human. We have insecurities, we have hang-ups, we got our own shit going on when it comes to the bedroom, dudes. And we're worried about pleasing you. Just like you're worried about us. We're worried, are you having a good time? You're also asking, are we having a good time? Honestly, it's amazing that anything actually goes down in the average bedroom with so much small talk happening inside of our heads and all of our pestery little voices and inside of our minds going off back and forth all the time. It's like, I wonder that anyone has orgasms. Like, thank God we evolved to have them. I don't think they would happen otherwise. If you notice the woman you're having sex with seems miles away, it's probably less about you and anything that you're doing and more about her getting up in her head. Could be the grocery list, could be she thinks that she's not that good at giving you head, could be a lot of things. The best thing that you can do is to use physical sensation to bring her back into the present. You can use the tools that I give you on this channel, approaching things from a supportive, caring place. And yeah, sometimes being a great partner means stopping sex and untangling what's going on. That type of care always leads to greater sex in the future. So instead of shaming her for thinking about the grocery list, ask her if you can support her in putting in the Instacart order after she's had an orgasm. Number 9. You're probably not paying enough attention to the clitoris. The clitoris has about 8,000 nerve endings on average, and that's twice as many nerve endings as the entire penis. And yet, it so often doesn't get the love and attention it deserves. Or, maybe put it this way, some of y'all are paying way too much attention to the clitoris. It's a balance. The right amount of attention to the clitoris at the right time will take you very far, gentlemen. Many women, in fact, statistically, most women need clitoral stimulation in order to get off. In order to have orgasms, they need to have their clit stimulated, no matter what is going on internally. So paying attention to the clit, especially when other stuff is going on, is so important. The little external part of the clit, the hooded bump that you can see, is really just the tip of the iceberg. Actually, that is like the most apt analogy, like literally the tip of the iceberg and then the whole iceberg. The external part of the clit is extremely important, but the rest of the clitoris actually extends down inside of the body, down by the vaginal opening. So it's not just the external nub of the clit that needs to be paid attention to, and it's not just that part that needs to be warmed up and attended to during foreplay. It's actually like the whole clitoris, which is a lot more anatomy than you actually see just based off of what's on the surface. So, because many women need clitoral stimulation in order to get off, figure out a way to give her clitoral stimulation, especially during penetration. That may be with your hands, your thumb, might be with her hands or her thumb, might be with a vibrator, like I said before. Figure out what works for her and then figure out a way to give it to her on a regular basis. All right, here we go. Number 10, and this one is so incredibly important. If you take nothing away from this list, take this one. Number 10, you are probably penetrating too soon. And I get it. You are excited to get in there. That is when the show is happening. Oh my God, let's get in. We want it too. But this really important and beautiful moment of penetration can be so ruined. In fact, all of sex is ruined. In fact, one of the most important and leading causes of bad sex in all relationships is premature penetration. Penetrating too damn soon. Now, it is not a secret. People who have been watching my channel for a long time will know it takes women some time to get warmed up, 20 to 40 minutes. It is not the same for us as getting a boner and being ready to go. It's not the same. It's not the same because it has to come inside of our body. And our body is not ready to just receive. It's not like we hang out with like a penis-shaped vacuum in our vagina all day just waiting for you to fill it. We actually have to make space for you. That's what foreplay actually is. It's the body actually relaxing and being ready to receive something inside of it. It is making that space so that you can feel it. And this is true even if a woman says otherwise. Even if she says, no, I'm good to go, let's just get in there. Her body still may not be ready to be penetrated. It takes a lot of stimulation to get both our minds and bodies ready for penetrative sex. You see, women have as much erectile tissue as men. And so one of the best ways to know that she is ready to be penetrated is that she's actually wet and engorged. Her body actually fills up with blood. It will get darker. It will look larger. We need to be touched and played with and licked and kissed in order to be ready for sex. Otherwise, it can be lackluster and even painful. And you know what happens, and I see it all of the time, a lot of painful sex over a long period of time causes women to shut down. It causes them to not want to have sex. It causes them to not initiate sex. It causes them to be very content in sexless marriages because sex hurts for them all of the time. And you can prevent that from happening by never letting it hurt to begin with. Unfortunately, a lot of women are ashamed to ask for more. They're ashamed to ask for more time, for more foreplay. They're uncomfortable letting you even know that you've entered too soon. So the best way to make sure that this isn't happening is to go slow. Tease her, touch her, give her sensation and foreplay until she's actually begging you to enter her and not a minute before. So there you have it. The 10 secrets that women keep from men. You were once blind, but now you see. And understanding the way that women think is half of the battle when it comes to having the best sex of your life, landing the girl of your dreams, making sure that your relationship and your marriage is rock solid so that you can go the distance. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so that you don't miss any other secrets to success with women. And if you are still trying to unlock the ultimate secret to how to please any woman anytime, and I mean the code to giving incredible, unforgettable orgasms that any woman would consider herself extremely lucky that she even got to go to bed with you, then you must check out my masterclass, She Comes To. I wrote it from a women's perspective. It is all about unlocking the secrets to truly incredible orgasms. The link is in the description. You get 90 days money back guarantee if you didn't enjoy it. If it didn't turn your sex life up to an 11, let me know. No questions asked. Money back. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Caitlin B, and I will see you here next week. Bye.